was just pulling onto East Main Street in downtown Buford when the crossing signals began to flash. A southbound NS intermodal was making its way through town with an ex-Conrail C40-8W in the lead. As you may have noticed, the camera quality of this video is drastically different than some of my other videos. I've just recently acquired a new camera, and it's a dashboard style camera, which also shoots HD video, so I can use this for a good railfanning camera. After the stack train cleared, I turned around in the closed gas station parking lot and headed over to the downtown area. I pulled into the parking lot just in time to see NS-169 pass with some very unusual power, an SD90-43 Mac acquired from Union Pacific, along with 3 other Union Pacific locomotives, an AC6000 CW and 2 AC4400 CWs. Bringing up the rear of 169 are 2 Southern Railway cars, which are very unusual. If anybody has any information on them, please let me know, as I've never seen anything like these before. Moving down to the signals at Walters, we see NS-118 arriving with another ex-Conrail C40-8W in charge. The afternoon lingered on, and then came the big catch of the day. NS-290 coming out of Birmingham, Alabama, with NS Central of Georgia Heritage Unit 8101 in the lead. .290 is primarily intermodal, but also can have a large cut of auto racks on top. After 290, I made my way back up to Gainesville to meet a couple of friends at the Amtrak station. That new pole for a high line that's being installed has been put right in the middle of the parking lot of the Amtrak station, which makes parking a little unusual these days. I arrived just in time to see a couple of SD40-2s going out on a local job. Considering that 3209 was originally built for the Southern Railway with a high-nose cab, and 3498 being a product of the Burlington Northern, you wonder how many paint schemes are underneath those colors. Given the age of the engine, there's probably at least 3 per unit. Later on in the night, we get another surprise, a northbound NS grain train headed to Maysville with a former Santa Fe SD75M as the second unit. After the grain train pulls through, we get another surprise in the form of Amtrak 20. The second engine is P32-8BWH number 514, one of only 20 of these engines that were originally delivered to Amtrak in the early 90s. The P32s are primarily used for yard power around Amtrak terminals these days, so it's not common to see them out on the main lines. Catching the 514 tonight was so unusual that I decided to run up to Athens Street to get another shot of it. Sometimes you're able to do this, sometimes you can't. It depends on how fast they load and unload the train. With a summer storm brewing in the background and no trains left on the radar, I called it a night. But I'd be back tomorrow. Next morning, I'm back out and heading back south to Buford. The first catch of the afternoon is NSP-12, the Commerce Autorack train. Of note is the lead SD40-2, NS3329, the former Maersk Sealand SD40-2 that was painted up for the opening of Pier 400 at the Port of Los Angeles. P12 is an all-auto rack train which brings new Toyotas to the distribution center at Commerce, Georgia. After P12 cleared, we set up for the next train, NS118. I headed back north and home, but I got word that another P32 was going to be on Amtrak 20 tonight, so I headed back out to the depot again. I rolled up just in time to see this local coming in. The evening dragged on and another local came off of the Midland lead, this time with an SD60E, a standard cab SD60, and another SD40-2. Finally, Amtrak 20, running 2 hours late, finally arrives at its station stop at Gainesville, with P32 number 512 as the second engine. As I said earlier, the P32s are not a common sight on most Amtrak trains these days, so it's very nice to have been able to have seen 2 in a 24-hour period. One more time at Athens Street, this time on the engineer's side. And that would be it for me. Until next time, this is Ravenhawk 6910 signing off.